Dynamite. It was Don Callis who vowed that El Clone would take Kevin Knight out before he could take the Trios titles. What a night is going to be tomorrow night for both members of Jet Speed as they team up with the legendary Mystico to try and take the Trios titles back.
The action underway here on Collision on this Saturday night. And yes, this time Jet Speed will team with Mystico and not Hangman Adam Page.
Adam Page is otherwise challenging for the AEW World title tomorrow night against MJF. We'll talk more about what happened at the press conference this past week on Dynamite when we get the opportunity with Kevin Knight in the ring. Very rarely get a chance to finish a sentence.
Kevin Knight has been wrestling with an abundance of confidence. Oh, brother. And now he got caught. Obviously, the ring apron. And Clone's going to take well advantage of that. But he has been wrestling with all the confidence. As
Kevin Knight's had some big opportunities, of course, challenging MJF for the world title, coming within a hair's breadth of taking the title, but unfortunately following up that with the loss of the Trios titles that same night.
Yeah, that same night, it was a tough night for Kevin Knight, obviously, to wrestle MJF and then have to defend the Trios Championship later that night, and thus losing the Trios Championship. 26 AEW wins for Kevin Knight since his arrival here in AEW. And like we've said, like we talked about, Nigel, a chance for he and Mike Bailey and Mystico to get the Trios Championships back from the Don Callis family tomorrow night.
Less than 24 hours away. And I am already excited. The prospect of a huge night. Look at this, though. Beautiful technical display there. Submission right in the center. Kevin Knight not too far from the bottom rope. It shouldn't trouble him to get there to force the break. Which is exactly what he thought. Fingertips finally gets there. More trouble than I expected, Sunday.
Absolutely. Hologram hooking onto the legs. And if you work on the legs and you keep Kevin Knight,
vicious kick right to the front of the leg, and El Clone gave it back.
Yeah, everything El Clone does is with force. Well, of course, he's not the only one. I get it, but it just he has come in with such fanfare from the Don Callis family. Elevated.
Sky high powerbomb of sorts, but unable to follow up. El Clone's done a good job of sapping the energy of Kevin Knight, a usually braggadocious and confident former trio champion. Looks troubled here. He certainly doesn't want to go into Revolution with a loss the night before.
You know, I was talking about the confidence of Kevin Knight. You said braggadocious. I understand you. You're right. I mean, he's so confident to the point where he's, I don't know, seemingly overconfident. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to take Kevin Knight sometimes, with the exception of knowing that athletically he is just as good as.
Oh, look at that! El Clone was a little cautious with coming forward, knowing how dangerous Kevin Knight was, and Kevin Knight took the shot anyway and was able to get some impact.
Kevin Knight now sending a Clone in, Tilt-A Whirl slam that time, and now UFO splash.
UFO splash cover.
1, 2. Had a pretty good pinning combination, but couldn't get him down with a 3 count.
Usually beats an opponent with that splash from the top rope or the corner. Not enough momentum though, but right now trying to build some.
Spectacular hang time, no doubt, from Kevin Knight, who goes off the turnbuckles with a splash from inside out, and this opening match on TNT continues. Stay with us.
Brace your taste buds. The new DQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with
This opening bout continues. Kevin Knight against El Clone. A great reversal by El Clone. Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker. Knees in the back of Kevin Knight. Clone will roll him over here. 1, 2. time, Nigel. Kevin Knight easily got out of that hitting predicament.
Nothing, no body weight on the left shoulder of Kevin Knight, who has done his best in this match to avoid the offense of El Clone. And that time was not going to be denied.
Clone just trying to punch his way through here. Kevin Knight follows up.
Oh, wow.
Big forearm shot. That staggered Knight.
Look at this now.
Kevin Knight, smooth and fast. Oh, Clone. Little matrix with a healing kick. And a Clone up top. Watch out.
One step ahead. Where is he?
So I got PK from the apron. That one worked. Oh, and a double stomp between the shoulder blades.
Heading down all right, Tony. Watch out. Oh, God.
With the moonsault from the apron.
Seamless offense. Let's make El Clone so dangerous. Just steps up and one step, and he's immediately into the air with a graceful arc that landed perfectly across the shoulders of his opponent.
El Clone is an amazing talent. Springboard from the moonsault. 1, 2. But that just walked right up, basically. Middle rope, top rope, moonsault.
Almost as though he wanted to show what I said again. Pointing to the top turnbuckle. Plenty of time to get there. Kevin Knight, a lot of time for respite. And that is why, Knight now potentially back on offense.
All right, both men up on top. You see this great crowd on hand here tonight for Collision. From San Jose. Tomorrow night, Los Angeles Crypto.com Arena for Revolution. Kevin Knight springs up, slips, but stays with it. Good job, Kevin. And avalanche, superplex, but he cannot make a cover. That movement hit hard.
And it was instinct from Kevin Knight, floating over. Just watch this. He saved himself from slipping, but watch. Reflex action, pushed himself across, but unable to land on top of the shoulders for the pinfall. Kevin Knight has expended a lot of energy in this match. And with such a huge match tomorrow night in Los Angeles, if I were him, I'd try to end this sooner rather than later.
Well, fans, don't forget that tomorrow night, 0 Hour will be for HBO Max subscribers. Will be free on HBO Max at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. 0 Hour, the first time ever. And then the pay-per-view starts 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 Central. For the Crypto.com Arena. Yes, Moneymakers will be the home of AEW tomorrow night. Kevin Knight miss, roll up. 1, 2. No, sir. 1, 2. Now into the ropes. Clone rolled through, but Kevin Knight goes and hook. 1, 2, 3. Wow, how did Kevin Knight escape from that?
Wow. No matter how he escaped, is what he did afterwards. Picture perfect drop kick, which Knight has been known for here in AEW, landing flush on the jaw of El Clone.
Yeah, the spring that Kevin Knight has in his legs is absolutely amazing. What he can do. There's Clone steps over, pick up, trying to power bomb. Yes, sir. 1, 2.
Go!
Did not really get a good cover on the shoulders that time.
That's what I was going to say, Tony. I love the creativity, the innovation of El Clone. With dotting your I's and crossing your T's when you hit a powerbomb, you've got to get your ankles across the shoulders of your opponent. Because otherwise, unless you knock the man out, stone cold, he is kicking out.
And then that's exactly what transpired right there, fans. Got a hammerlock here almost applied.
This. So they Knight up that proverbial pretzel, but instead got
Oh, not counted. 1, 2. Well, Clone kicks away.
Here we go.
Backslides out of that. 1, 2. Clone had his feet straight up in the air on that one.
Hit for the DET. Elbow blocked it though. No center of gravity.
Now to the apron, block. Knight. Knight up on the top.
Oh, get the F out of here.
That is the the spring of the legs that we talked about, and now he may have cloned in position with a big UFO splash.
UFO splash.
Yeah,